This is 6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.
Hi and welcome to 6 Minute English from BBC Learning English. I'm Jennifer and with me in the studio today is Neil. Hi Neil.
Hi there, Jennifer.
Today's story is all about people who collect money for charity.
Yes, in particular the people who stand in the street and who ask for money as you walk past.
The charity sector in the UK is huge, helping millions of people across the world every year, so it's really important for them to collect as much money as they can.
But one method of fundraising is becoming rather unpopular with the British public.
We'll talk more about that in a moment, but as usual with 6 Minute English, I've got a topical question for you, all about charity fundraising. Are you up for the challenge, Neil?
I sure am.
Many people run marathons to raise money for charity. So what is the most money raised by a single marathon runner in one go? Is it A, over £200,000, B, over £2 million, or C, over £20 million? I'll give you a clue. It was during the London Marathon last year.
Well, I really have no idea, but I can't believe 20 million, so I'm going to go for 2 million.
We'll find out if you're right at the end of the programme. So today's story is all about a phenomenon which people have come to call chugging.
It's a combination of the words charity and mugging, and it's the name given to the charity fundraising which takes place on the high street.
The so-called chuggers, or charity muggers, are paid to line up along busy streets and get you to donate your money to charity.
It's very different to shaking a tin to ask for any spare change. These fundraisers are very persuasive. That means they're good at talking you into signing up to make a regular rather than a one-off donation.
Some people find the chuggers really irritating or annoying, though. They think that they go too far, harassing people into parting with their money.
And in fact, a survey conducted a couple of years ago found out that 2/3 of those questioned would rather cross the street than come face-to-face with a chugger.
Well, here's what some people in London had to say about chugging. What phrase does the first interviewee use to mean put under pressure?
I don't like being put on the spot, so I'd rather, if I wanted to give money to charity, have a think about it and select the charity rather than get my credit cards out in the street.
There are so many, you never get anywhere if you stopped.
I do stop and listen sometimes, and I do give some money sometimes.
Not everyone's got to earn a living, but perhaps just could control it a bit better, just one in certain areas. You don't need sort of 4 or 5 in one stretch of the road.
The phrase put on the spot means to put under pressure, a sales tactic or method that many chuggers use. Lots of people don't like it.
As we heard, many people would rather think about what charity they want to support rather than be asked about it in the street. Some prefer to donate their money privately.
Many charities are worried about the negative effects this might have on their public image.
Listen to this part of a report from the BBC's Liana Hossier. What word is used to mean a charity's public image?
There was some unease amongst the public when it was discovered that the 2 men behind the biggest chugging company had made hundreds of thousands of dollars from the business. This has all led to concerns that potential donors are being chased away by chuggers and that a charity's reputation might be spoiled by using them.
The word was reputation. And the UK's biggest charities were so worried about the effects of chugging that they held a summit to decide whether this method of fundraising should be dropped.
But even though it may be annoying to many, it seems that it is still of huge value to the charities themselves. Here's Peter Lewis of the Institute of Fundraising. What word is used to describe the profit the charity makes?
Last year, over 860,000 people signed up through face-to-face and door-to-door fundraising to support a charitable cause, and that brought in over £1.3 million to support good causes. So it's an incredibly important form of fundraising, and the returns for the charity are huge. So they know that for every £1 they invest in face-to-face fundraising, they will get back at least £2.50 to support those vital causes.
That word was returns. The charities know that if they use this method, they'll raise a lot of money, even if it isn't very popular.
So instead of dropping the method altogether, they are going to work on training the fundraisers face-to-face instead.
I suppose every penny makes a difference for the charities, however they get it.
Very true. Now, we started off the programme talking about a charity marathon runner in London last year.
Yes, you asked what was the most money ever raised by a single marathon runner in one go.
The options were A, over £200,000, B, over £2 million, or C, over £20 million.
And I said 2 million.
And you were right. The most money ever raised by a single runner was in 2011 by a man named Steve Chalk. He raised £2,330,159.38.
That's a pretty amazing effort, and he had to run 26 miles too.
We're almost out of time. Neil, would you remind us of some of the words we've heard today, please?
Of course, they are chugging, persuasive, harassing, put on the spot, public image, reputation.
That's all we have time for today, but do join us again for more 6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com. Bye.
Bye.
That was 6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.